Let me tell you something most women don't admit out loud. You already knew. Before the text changed, before the energy shifted, before the explanation, before the truth showed up with receipts, you felt it. The scary part isn't that you were wrong. The scary part is how often you were right. A woman's intuition doesn't scream. It whispers. The problem isn't that intuition fails women. It's that women are taught to override it, to explain it away, to soften it, to silence it, to be nice instead of being honest with themselves. Today we're talking about the truth of women's intuition, not the trendy version, not the mystical cliché, but the deep, lived, earned knowing that lives in a woman's body, spirit, and mind. Because once a woman learns to trust what she knows, her entire life changes. 1. What women's intuition really is. Women's intuition is not magic. It's pattern recognition plus emotional intelligence plus lived experience. It's your nervous system collecting data long before your mind can explain it. Your intuition notices tone before words, energy before actions, inconsistency before betrayal, dits before abandonment. That's why intuition often shows up as discomfort first. A tight chest, a restless night, a thought you can't shake, a feeling you keep trying to talk yourself out of. And notice this, intuition doesn't rush you. It doesn't beg. It doesn't argue. It simply says, pay attention. 2. Why women stop trusting it. Women don't ignore intuition because they're weak. They ignore it because they've been conditioned to be accommodating, to be understanding, to be patient, to be forgiving. Give the benefit of the doubt. From a young age, women are praised for being agreeable, not discerning. So when intuition speaks up, women often ask, am I overthinking? Am I being insecure? Am I being dramatic? Meanwhile, intuition is quietly saying, you're not confused, you're conflicted. Conflicted between what you feel and what you've been taught to tolerate. 3. Intuition versus anxiety. Let's clear something up. Intuition is calm. Anxiety is loud. Anxiety spirals. Intuition settles. Anxiety asks 1,000 questions. Intuition gives one clear signal. Anxiety says, what if? Intuition says, this isn't right. If you feel frantic, panicked, desperate for reassurance, that's not intuition. But if you feel quietly certain, even without evidence, that's intuition tapping you on the shoulder. And here's the truth no one says enough. Intuition doesn't always tell you what you want to hear. It tells you what you need to know. 4. How intuition shows up in relationships. This is where it hits home. Women feel relationship shifts before they're visible. You feel it when communication changes without explanation. Effort becomes inconsistent. Presence turns into convenience. Affection feels performative. Your questions start annoying them. And intuition doesn't accuse, it observes. It notices, he's here but not with me. She says she's fine, but she's pulling away. This doesn't match what I'm being told. And when intuition speaks in relationships, women often respond by trying harder, being quieter, being more understanding, shrinking their needs. But intuition isn't asking you to work harder. It's asking you to work smarter with your truth. 5. The cost of ignoring intuition. Ignoring intuition doesn't make it go away. It just makes the lesson louder. What starts as discomfort turns into emotional exhaustion, loss of self-trust, anxiety, resentment, burnout. And eventually, a woman reaches a breaking point where she says, I don't even recognize myself anymore. That's not because she changed. It's because she abandoned herself one feeling at a time. Every time intuition spoke and she chose silence instead. 6. When a woman finally trusts herself. Here's the shift. When a woman starts trusting her intuition, she stops over-explaining, she stops chasing clarity, she stops begging for consistency, she stops negotiating her worth, she moves differently, not louder, not angrier, just clearer. She no longer needs proof to protect herself. She listens the first time something feels off, and the people who benefit from her silence, they notice immediately. That's why trusting intuition often leads to pushback, gaslighting, guilt trips, because boundaries feel like rejection to people who relied on your confusion. 7. Strengthening women's intuition. Intuition grows when you spend time alone. Stop explaining your feelings to people committed to misunderstanding you. Get honest about patterns. Rest your nervous system. Choose peace over performance. Your intuition doesn't need to be sharpened. It needs to be respected. The more you act on it, the clearer it becomes. Here's the truth I want every woman to remember. Your intuition has never betrayed you. The only betrayal was when you didn't listen. You didn't imagine it. You didn't exaggerate it. You didn't make it up. You felt it because it was real. And the moment a woman decides to trust what she knows, she stops asking for permission to choose herself. That's not intuition. That's power. If this resonated, comment, "I'm trusting myself." Because the moment you say it out loud, your intuition gets louder. See you in the next one.